On September 11th, the United States suffered a catastrophic intelligence failure. The system didn't fail because it lacked raw data. It failed because the data it had was entirely disconnected. Intelligence agencies like the CIA and the FBI operated in isolated silos. They collected thousands of signals and reports, but housed them in separate, incompatible databases. No one could connect the dots across different departments. In the immediate aftermath, the Western defense apparatus was left blind and vulnerable. Analysts were trying to track highly mobile terrorist networks using disjointed spreadsheets and physical files. Effectively fighting a shadow war required a new operating system capable of fusing fragmented, isolated information into actionable intelligence. To build that system, the government turned to an unusual source.
Peter Thiel was a tech investor, influenced by philosophers like Carl Schmitt and Leo Strauss, thinkers who focused on the inherent and destructive nature of human violence. Thiel partnered with Alex Karp, an eccentric social theorist with a PhD from Frankfurt. Karp's background in neoclassical theory was driven by a specific preoccupation, the fear that civil society could easily descend into barbarism. These two philosophical opposites united to solve a security problem. Using seed funding from In-Q-Tel, the CIA's venture capital arm, they set out to construct a technical defense mechanism for the West. Palantir's architecture was designed as a physical expression of these views, using code to institutionalize the state's capacity for aggressive defense and centralized control. They founded the company on a specific, chilling thesis: whoever organizes the data, organizes the decisions. Palantir broke from traditional engineering by embedding civilian coders directly alongside military analysts in active war zones. They called this the forward-deployed engineer model. These engineers built Palantir's first platform, Gotham, fusing scattered signals into a single visual graph. It maps how individuals, places, and events connect in the real world. This was immediately put to work tracking high-value targets across the Middle East. Palantir eventually took this military counterterrorism logic and applied it to the private sector through a second platform, Foundry. Foundry serves as a central operating system for corporate data. Airbus used the platform to integrate production metrics across its global factories, allowing them to quadruple the output of their A350 aircraft. By transforming messy realities into a digital ontology, a structured map of entities and relationships, Palantir turned both war and commerce into measurable data pipelines. To manage these platforms across the globe, Palantir built Apollo, an invisible infrastructure layer for continuous software delivery. Apollo allows Palantir to push constant updates to any environment, from secure corporate clouds to disconnected, air-gapped military drones on the front lines. In 2023, Palantir escalated this stack by launching the Artificial Intelligence Platform, or AIP. As seen in this feedback collage, AIP connects large language models to specific client data, orchestrating complex operational choices in real time. By condensing 4-hour tasks into 15 minutes, it enables near-instantaneous actions in the boardroom and the battlefield. As warfare transitions towards computational power, Palantir functions as the underlying infrastructure for decision superiority. Palantir's reach is now vast, tracking everything from the spread of global pandemics to the movement of military adversaries in Ukraine. This omniscient reach has created significant ethical friction. In the US, Palantir software now powers controversial predictive policing initiatives and immigration enforcement crackdowns. There is an inherent danger in trusting AI to prioritize targets in fluid environments where human operators cannot meaningfully vet the underlying math. Life-or-death military choices are being reduced to a rubber stamp interface. In active combat, commanders place enormous trust in algorithms they may not fully understand. While operational efficiency increases, human morality is marginalized. The result is an unaccountable black box that influences the most consequential decisions of the state. This dynamic recently reached a geopolitical climax. France's domestic intelligence agency abruptly ended its relationship with Palantir, moving instead to a domestic firm called ChapsVision. Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu argued that France could not accept a strategic dependency on an American company for its internal security. The French decision highlights a specific strategic risk. When a private foreign entity processes a nation's most sensitive data, that nation has effectively compromised its own sovereignty. Karp and Thiel have succeeded in their 2003 vision. They have built an operating system that organizes world data into actionable results. But when a government relies on a private black box to dictate its actions, it has effectively surrendered its power to make the final decision.